Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another episode of Jash Reads, this time of Chapter 20 from Animorphs #1, The Invasion by K.A. Applegate. A male Siberian tiger, to be exact, 10 feet long, 700 pounds of deadly speed and unbelievable power. You know those old Tarzan movies you see on TV sometimes, where Tarzan is wrestling a tiger and actually winning? Let me tell you something. You want to know what your chances are of wrestling a tiger and coming out alive? They're about the same as your chances of jumping off the Empire State Building and surviving. I have an idea, Marco said shakily. Let's leave. Don't run, I said. It might just get his attention. I think he's noticed us, Marco said. I think he knows we're here, Jake. I think he's looking right at us. Look at his teeth. Don't freak. I have an idea. The morphine, if I acquire him, he'll put him in a trance. Acquire? Acquire what? You can't acquire anything about him. He's the acquirer, and you're the acquiree. He's going to acquire your butt for dinner. He's going to acquire you and spit out the bones. I swallowed hard. I tried to touch the tiger, but my hand was shaking too much. I took a couple of deep breaths. I heard somewhere that's supposed to calm me down. I guess it works. Unless you're practically sitting on a tiger, then absolutely nothing calms you down. Nice tiger, I whispered. He just watched me. He had this lazy, who cares look. This look of total, complete, absolute confidence. Almost like he thought I was funny. Like maybe he enjoyed watching me shiver and shake. Please don't kill me, I said. Don't kill me either, Marco added. I reached my shaking hand toward the tiger. His eyes followed my hand. I touched his flank, rose, and fell with his breathing. Concentrate, Marco whispered. I was already concentrating real hard on the tiger. I was concentrating on his teeth. I was concentrating on the rippling muscles under his pale orange and black pelt. I was totally concentrating on the fact that he could swing his big, massive paw of his and send my head flying across the grass like a soccer ball. Then the tiger's breathing slowed. His eyes fluttered a little and slowly closed. How long does the trance last? Marco whispered. Well, about 10 seconds after you break contact. That's what it was with Homer. 10 seconds? 10 10 seconds? Yeah, so be ready to run. I've been ready to run. I started to pull away, but then I hesitated. It was a strange moment, because right then I realized what I was doing. It hit me. This tiger was becoming part of me. All that power and confidence was becoming part of me. He's beautiful, isn't he? I said. I expected Marco to say something sarcastic, but he said, "Yes, he's magnificent." Then he added, "But let's get out of here before he shows us why he's king of the jungle." "That's lions," I said. "They're supposed to be king of the jungle. But let's not tell him that. You ready?" He nodded. "Now!" I yelled. I jumped up and we tore for the ladder. In my head I was counting off the seconds. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Something moved fast, an orange and black blur. Right then I realized it. Duh! There was more than one tiger in the habitat. I heard screams coming from the spectators above. I guess they could see us now that we were out of the bushes. Marco leaped and grabbed the rungs of the ladder. He scrambled up. I was about 1/10 of a second behind him. The tiger leapt. His claws scraped the concrete just inches below me, and then he let out a roar that made the rungs of the ladder vibrate in my hands. What a noise! It echoed and reverberated and made my insides turn to liquid. Marco practically flew up the ladder and over the side of the wall. I flew right after him. It's amazing how fast you can climb a ladder when there's a tiger roaring for your blood. "There they are!" someone yelled. "Get them! Stop! Guards! At least 3 of them!" "Shall we morph?" Marco yelled to me. "No, just head for the crowds. There, over by the dolphin tank." It was a close call, but we made it to a big crowd just a dozen feet ahead of the guards. From that point, all we had to do was hunch down and squirm between all the people till the guards lost sight of us. We worked our way to the front gate, always crouching so our heads wouldn't show above the crowds. "What did you do? Morph into a midget?" It was Rachel. She was right in front of me, looking amused. Tobias and Cassie were there too. "The guards were after us," I said. I had almost stopped shaking for my close encounter with the big cats. Almost. "Oh, quit playing around, Jake," Rachel said. "Let's get out of here. I have to be home for dinner." It turned out the other 3 had not been chased at all. They'd lost the guards easily and had just gone on acquiring morphs while Marco and I were risking our lives in the tiger habitat. The most annoying thing was that none of them even believed our story. Marco and I were a little resentful over that. We climbed on board the bus and practically collapsed into the seats. "We could have been killed," Marco said, pouting. "Really, I'm telling you, it was down to a few inches." "Yeah, whatever," Rachel said. "Don't obsess over it. After all, we still have tonight to deal with. Whatever danger you think you had today, it will probably be nothing next to what's going to happen tonight." "Tonight," Cassie shook her head. "And I haven't even thought about studying for that math test tomorrow." Rachel laughed. We may not have to worry about tomorrow. Thank you, little Miss Cheerful, Marco muttered under his breath. In chapter. Okay, I know I probably should have chosen a different hat, but I'm wearing a dino shirt, so I was like, oh shit, I am wearing this shirt today, and I'm going to be filming later. That means a Carnotaurus hat. And yeah, I remember when I was doing my written reread of this series, this chapter sort of pissed me off because why don't they believe him? And as I'm reading again, I'm like, what if Rachel told Cassie and Tobias, hey, want to have fun with the guys? Just don't believe whatever the hell they said. I don't know. I would like that. Just Rachel being let's be a couple jackasses, and maybe Rachel, the bloodthirsty side of her. Though again, that is not all her character. I know that. But what if she was just like, I'm sort of jealous that they had a life or death experience and I didn't. So yeah. Yeah. And if you want to ask me anything about this chapter or start a conversation about this chapter, just comment below. Just be aware I don't want any major spoilers for the series, so no, oh my god, this thing that happened in number 23 that was a really big plot twist. No, none of that. But if you want to say, minor spoilers are okay, like if you want to say, it's really weird thinking of Rachel having an elephant morph when after book number 7 her grizzly bear morph becomes really iconic. I'm sort of hoping that if someone does discover this series through these dramatic readings that, they don't get spoiled on big things. God damn it. Which might make, I'm planning for the final part of this dramatic reading to be a 5 things I noticed. So there might be spoilers or might not. I'm going to see how non-spoilery I can make those 5 things because, with the minor spoilers, I'll be talking about how thought speak works in this book compared to the rest of the series. So yeah. And per usual, if you have some alcohol, and I've been saying this for I think 2 weeks now, I'm going to get some more no alcohol soon for this. I actually might do that tomorrow. Get me out of the house. It's like 5 minutes walk. So if you have any, if you drink and you have like some sake, some beer or whatever, take a shot of that. Return of the Revenge of the Jedi. Got it when the Star Wars weekends. Pour a shot. And if you don't drink for whatever reason, say you're underage or you don't drink alcohol for one reason or another, maybe you're recovering alcoholic, or it just never really interests you. No, go ahead. Go ahead and drink like something healthy like water. Yeah, if you haven't drank water for a few hours, you should probably do that. And let's see. Here's to Jake and Marco not being mauled by tigers. Yeah. Oh yeah. I did this all in one take, so there's no bloopers from tonight's chapter. But tomorrow, if I get any bloopers while doing a reading of that chapter, then you will have a blooper reel. I like not messing up, but I hate depriving you of bloopers at the same time. And until next video, goodbye.